You know, COVID-19 and energy transition, more generally climate change, are two issues in which the problem is you need to convince people to do something for the common good. For COVID-19, you want people to get social distancing to save the people from the infection, and for climate change, you want people to make effort to reduce emissions of CO2 for the common good of reducing the catastrophes that future generation will be associated to our emissions. Well, definitely we need to induce people to make those efforts. Those efforts are costly, and the only way to convince people to do those costly sacrifices is to make those actions profitable for them. And the only way to do that in one way or another at the end of the day is to put a price on carbon. Okay, by putting the price on carbon and forcing the pollution pay principle, the polluting pay principle, you induce people to make those actions because that's their private interest to do so. Well, this is a very nice paper. The things that I retain from this is when you don't have a carbon price to induce corporations to make those efforts, maybe green finance can do the job by reducing the cost of capital for green companies compared to brown companies. You induce the industrial world to make those efforts because if they make this effort, their cost of capital will go down. The good question, which is raised by Lucien, is to determine whether we observe that green companies have a lower cost of capital, whether they can provide a smaller rate of return of their assets to their investors. And the answer is, well, it's completely clear.